Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address. So please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at Worzle 6 by AlfSmith. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. Right, let's read the rules. Find all missing letters from this game of Wordle. Normal Wordle rules apply. Right, I haven't played Wordle in a long time, and I actually haven't played it a lot to start with. But what I remember is that yellow means that the letter is correct, but not in the correct place. As in, the letter appears in the final solution, but it's not in the correct place. Gray means that the letter doesn't appear in the correct solution, and green means it's the correct letter in the correct place. Right. 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 Okay. But but I know that this doesn't work here. But if this could have been a W as well, even though this W was gray, right? That's how it worked, because it's only the first instance of that letter that is assessed unless there are two instances of that letter in the word, right? So if there were, I don't know, if there were two W's, then both of them would get a color. But if there is one W, then it's only the first one that gets a color. Or the one that's in the correct place. Is that correct? I think so, because yeah, otherwise you'd think there were two W's. I think so, yeah. It's not the first one. It is the first one if it's correct but not in its place. But if one of them is in the correct place, then that one gets the green, I think. Right. So this one is attracting me because I think it's ivory. And that I only think it's ivory because I can't think of anything else that fits there. But that's probably not correct. Oh, ovary would work as well. But ovary is not correct because then this, no, that's not true. It's not easy. I was going to say, well, I'm going to write because I was going to say this couldn't be ovary because the O here is yellow and there the O is gray. But suppose the O is here and there is one O, then that still works because, well, the O is in its place here and it's green. Even this one could be O, we still don't know. One of those has to be O, but it's not there. That's all we can say. So this could be ovary. Okay. So I have no idea. I have no idea. What could, well, this one is interesting as well because we need something here. It's the same digit, the same letter. It's the same letter. And again, it's not correct that it's not E or O, is it? I think it's not, no. Because if this is E, then that says nothing about that one anymore. If there is an E in the solution, then one of those two have to be an E, right? But that's still possible. Even here, we could have where. Not sure if that's probably isn't correct because DHL is probably not very easy to fill in English. Yeah, I have to say that this is in English, right? It's not. Otherwise, this one would have to be would be great in Dutch because you could have multiple letters that multiple words with this combination of letters. This means blue, for instance. That, well, anyway, it's not Dutch, so Right, so back to what I was saying. So this could be E, this could be A. Could it be O? I guess it can, because for the same reason we just said, this could be O. Um, I don't know what this letter would be in then, but um, at the moment I can't think of something that would work with this. Boron. I don't know. Is that acceptable? Why wouldn't, I mean, I don't know what the rules are for Wordle, but I think proper names are acceptable, but proper names, not proper names. It is a proper name, isn't it? I don't know. In any case, there might be other words that fit here. So this could be an O as well. We're not getting anywhere. Okay, what could this be? Well, we know that this isn't L, so that helps, because this isn't allow then. What else fits here then? Ooh, interesting. Um, what fits here? What fits here? Elbow? Elbow fits. Elbow fits, which means that actually then we would need an E here. We would need an E, and I think, does it need to be here? Does it need to be here? What could that be then? No, we don't have two E's. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying that. We might have two E's. And one here and one there, for instance. Rebel. Well, rebel doesn't work because of the L, but so this would be a B. Okay, so we could have two E's, but even then, what would that be? Wheeze. No, that requires an H. Okay. Can I think of any other word here? I don't think that I can. Let's work with this. Let's work with this. Let's work with this. And then I would need an E, but the E, could the E be, no, the E couldn't be there. We'd need an E in one of those. Right, so if this is an E, weave, what is this? Delts. I'm just now doing anything. There are lots of options though, aren't there? That's quite surprising that this is going to have a single solution. This is going to have a single solution. So if this is an E, those are E as well, of course. What does that mean? A rebel is not correct. What could it be? Wow, I can't think of any other word that works. Debt, no, debts wouldn't work. W doesn't work. Of course, I'm gonna only think of stuff that don't work now. Wow. Really, it's so difficult to think of something that fits here. Maybe that's the whole point, and the E is not correct in there. Well, I do need an A as well. Then if this is weave, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be weave, but what could this be? Nah. No, I can't think of anything that works there. Wow. Okay, but this was not necessary at all, right? I can't think of anything that works in any case. Wow, that's quite something. That's quite something. For both of the words that I thought of here, ovary and ivory, and there are I assume that there are other words, but those are the only two I can think of now. Both of these need an R here. So this can't be E. But that it has to be E. Well, what am I missing? What am I missing? Is there anything that fits that? No, I don't think so. I mean, if this was, oh no, we can't have L in any case. Deborah? Oh, of course there's something that fits there. Of course there's something that fits there. And you know that I had to go through the whole alphabet to get to zebra, right? Right. But this is all based on guesses. Like I said, I'm not sure. There is only one solution. Okay, so this isn't ovary then, because A would have to be yellow. But it can't be ivory either. Oh, every. Of course, every works. Yeah, it does work because it is what I was trying to talk about. That only the first one gets colored if it's not in the correct place. So every works. Okay, this could be delta. It probably is delta. I can't think of anything else, but okay. This would have to be from R or A. Okay, weave works like what I tried first. And this would have to be from R or A, zeros. Hey, okay, right. That's nice. Again, I don't, at least it's beyond me to prove that this is a single solution, but I trust Alf did that. Well, I kind of stumbled into it, but I do like that. It's a I try every now and then to say do some other puzzles than Sudoku on the channel. It's never a successful experiment, but still, it's we're all here for my own fun, so you have to live with it. In any case, I hope that you do enjoy it. You did enjoy it. If you did, please like and subscribe and maybe share. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.